I'm Sandra Malbon, spiritual leader of Unity Spiritual Community of Salt Lake. One of my favorite passages from the Old Testament in the Bible is when the Lord appears to Elijah. You see, Elijah is fearful for his very life. And the Lord tells him, "Go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper, a still small voice. When Elijah heard it, he pulled on his cloak over his face and went out and stood at the mouth of the cave. The significance of this story for me is that the Lord speaks to us in a still small voice. The world can be clamoring and full of chaos, and when we want to know how we are to proceed, we listen. And that is what meditation is all about. This is where we sit quietly, we still our mind with the intention of listening to a higher power give us direction. Now in Unity, we talk about that there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, and that is God, the good, omnipotent, or all-powerful, and omnipresent, everywhere present, and omniscient, which is all-knowing. So in our little ego minds, where we can't see the big picture, what the ego mind knows is fear and chaos and drama, like fires and earthquakes and hurricanes and war and conflict. But God within us, the divine mind of which we are one, always, always gives us direction. But do we listen? Do we hear it? No, oftentimes we don't. Now today, I have to tell you, I have a list this long of things I have to do, but even more than my big, huge to-do list is a major decision that I have to make, and I need to make it very soon. Do I do this or do I do that? I'm not sure what the consequences will be of either decision, but I want it to be the right decision. Have you ever been in that dilemma? I'm sure you have. So what I get to do is become very still and quiet and listen for that still small voice of the divine mind to give me guidance. So here is how I start my day. I acknowledge that my mind is one with God, that my entire being is one with the source of all. And I know that whatever decisions I have to make, the best answers are the God answers, the answers that come directly from God mind, that still small voice. And so I take that time and I affirm, this is part of affirmative prayer which we teach in Unity. I acknowledge I am one with divine mind. And right now, I surrender my ego, all the small little ego stuff, so that higher power can be heard through me. And I calm myself, and I know that through God, my to-do list will happen with ease and grace. I don't have to worry at all about getting things done because they will get done. Have you ever noticed that when you surrender your to-do list to God, a miracle happens? Time seems to expand, and you have energy, and you have the will and the determination and the calmness, not the hurriedness, but the calmness to allow everything to get done in divine order. Oh, I love when time expands for me. Now, with the major decision, this or that, or the God answer. Of course I want the God answer, which could be something entirely different than I expect, but I am open and receptive to hearing that answer and following that guidance. So I listen right now. And as I go throughout the day, I allow myself to be guided in every way. So I invite you to do this as well. Surrender whatever is going on, whatever worries or anger or constraints, anything that you have going on. Know that divine mind within you has all the answers. All you have to do is be still and listen. Are we ready for our day? I am, and I hope you are too. Namaste.